Information and Communication Technology (ICT) plays vital role in nearly all phases of Nigeria's educational system. The internet has emerged as a major driving force of this dynamic development of information and communication technologies, which has impacted positively virtually all sectors of Nigerian economics. In educational sectors, tertiary institutions uses computer in their academic and operational system. According to TEL 1999, stated that information and communication technology has the potential to accelerate, enrich, and deepen skills, motivate and engage student learning, help to create economics viability for tomorrow's workers, contributes to the total development of the institution, strength, teaching, and learning, and provide opportunity for connection between the school and the world. Shaka 2013, one of the greatest developments in the last decades of 20th century is the internet, through which the world further comprises of the much talk about global village as a variable and instant medium of communication. Information could reach the entire world within seconds. The internet is so referred to as a multimedia information because many computers are connected to it in such a manner that it becomes possible and easier for them to share information also connected to the internet. Yusuf and Osanya 2004 opined that ICT provide opportunity for schools to communicate with one another through email, mailing, list, chat room, and other facility. It provides quicker and easier access to more extensive and current information. ICT can also be used to do complex tasks as it provides research with a steady avenue for its dissemination of research reports and findings. The information and communication technology has brought educational system both vitally for students since the replacement of analog system. The digital computer system (ICT) has broadly brought a lot of change to New Bomale Polytechnic as an institution. And New Bomale Polytechnic has achieved greatly in a different means of an academic system that have broadly changed the priority of a student being learned from a different background of their academic system.
My name is Engineer Muhammad Sani Abdal, the current Director of ICT, Novo Mali Polytechnic. Okay, you are welcome to ICT unit of the Polytechnic. The ICT unit was first established in 2012. Before then, most of the activities are being carried out manually. But after the establishment of the ICT unit, the activities were automated. So we are now using computer applications to carry out most of the activities, online activities. Yes.
So, due to the process of the online activities given, can you actually say that the Polytechnic has achieved a good impact during this process? And what are those impacts you have achieved so far as an institution?
Yes, of course, there are a lot of successes recorded. As I said earlier, most of the processes and procedures used to be manual, yes. But those processes and procedures were automated. We are now using computer applications, starting from the application form. Before, it used to be hard application forms. Students will carry hard copies, fill and submit. But now we have electronic application forms. Students will just log onto our website, fill electronic form, and we receive all their data and information for onward processing. Yes.
Students do encounter problems with their online registration at various cafes or using a personal internet subscription, and will have to come back to ICT unit to rectify all the problems. What was the cause of it?
Yeah, since then up to now, we've been undergoing through series of upgrade and updates in the program as against the initial program that we started with. And Generally we lack that basic ICT background, particularly the students. You will all agree with me that close to at least 80% of students rely on cafes. These are things that students can do with their smartphones. You can start the process from electronic application form and conclude by effecting registration payment using your smartphone. But most students rely on cafe. And we are coming from different backgrounds.
Yes.
But presently, I don't think that an average student can operate a smartphone. So anybody that can operate smartphone, I see no reason why he cannot follow the process and procedure to the conclusion. Most of them rely on cafe, and the cafe, in many cases, mislead them. They give them wrong information. Sometimes you see students queuing here. If they come here, we don't have, in fact, in most cases, we don't even have to touch our computers. We just explain to them and they will understand and will come back. Which initially they were here thinking that they have problem when they don't have any. So to me, most of the problems are communication gap.
Yes.
So if there's any need for that, neighboring communities of Nigomali may be carried along also. We'll have a kind of a blended methodology where we'll be having physical classrooms and we'll be having online engagement also between the teachers and the learners. Yes. Once again, my name is Engineer Muhammad Sani Abdulkadir, the current Director of ICT of Nigomali Polytechnic. And as I said earlier, I'm an academic staff with the School of Engineering Technology. I'm here on a tenure basis. I finished my first tenure, and this is my second tenure in office as the director.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
My name is Mercy Felix from Computer Science Department. ND1.
Nice speaking with you. Now, have you ever made use of the ICT and what was your experience?
I've never made use of the ICT, but I've been there for a registration. During my registration process, I've been to the ICT just once.
Okay, and what was your experience? Can you share with us?
Okay, the experience wasn't bad. I went there to do my change of course. And then it didn't take much. The only process was that I have to wait for others on the queue. And when it gets to my turn, it wasn't up to 15 minutes and I'm done.
Okay, so now what can you tell us about the ICT? Does it have any benefit to the school or is there any challenges you think needs to be resolved?
The ICT has an important benefit to the school because it helps the students. Any student that have problem with their registration, they can just easily go to the ICT and then rectify the issue. I think it's of importance to the school.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, what about the e-library? Have you ever made use of the e-library?
No.
I mean the school e-library.
No, I've never made use of the school e-library.
Okay, how do you do your reading, your browsing?
I use my cell phone.
Now, what if the school make provision for Wi-Fi? Would you use it to browse?
Definitely. Every student will want to use the school Wi-Fi to browse.
I am Abdulkafid Bala Abdullahi.
Okay, now our research is on ICT. Have you ever made use of the ICT?
No.
Now, what about the e-library?
Seriously, I don't even know that the school have anything like a library here.
Okay. Now, as a student of computer science, what can you say about the ICT? I mean the school ICT.
The ICT, where I made my registration about this, the ICT is looking perfect and working fine to me. What I observed there, because anything I went there for, like complain, they normally fix my thing 1 or 2 things there.
The Information and Communication Technology (ICT) has made educational system easy for students since the replacement of analog to digital system of technology, advancement virtually all the institutions. Nubamali Polytechnic has significant departments that handle student data and other activities using ICT. But in some major, the connectivity between students and ICT is far behind the academic pursuit. Nubamali Polytechnic upgrade their ICT structure to a standard level using their solar power system in form of car park, which charges the solar power bank, and the steady dissemination of information using ICT internet. ICT mags contain radio antenna of 100-meter network and ICT dish of low noise block (LMB), which supply internet service provider (ISP) to server room. The rack cable supplies this network to all computer and the ICT computer-based technology CBT center room.
I am by name Garba Isaac, the current Polytechnic librarian. I have been in this college since 2019, that is barely 2 years ago.
Is there any ICT facility used by staff and students of the institution?
To be candid with you, since my arrival, I cannot tell you lies. We have the facilities, but they are not being in use. What I mean by not being in use, the facilities are very available. We have the e-library, where we have the computers, the server, and what have you, meant for students and staff to use. But unfortunately, since there is no subscription, the place is there idle. We are hoping and praying for the state government to come to our rescue. But we have the facilities.
Okay. There's facility, but it's not getting used,
yes,
by students and
by students and the staff.
That's interesting.
But I can last month, because I told you we have computers, quite a number, about 60 sets of all-in-one computers. Yes, with the internet. There was computer training of staff of the Polytechnic. The place was used. They provided their own subscription
For staff alone.
Staff were trained, computer training for a week.
There are functional e-library all over institutions within Zaria. And how functional is that of Nuhu Bamali Polytechnic?
As I told you, it's not only in Nuhu Bamali. Even where I left, there are e-libraries. But the issue, as I told you, is common. I don't know. The facilities are there, but the subscription
Was not there.
not there. But FC Zaria being a place where it's very close to where students can easily pass by, and lecturers, they are there. They do go there to just see. But for normal academic activities that involves internet services, they are not there. So it applies to Nuhu. As I told you, we have, but we cannot say functional. Because if students and staff are not utilizing, it's not functional. It's lacking.
Sure.
It's lacking. Maybe you students are very powerful. Maybe you try to talk with your union leaders so that they come to our rescue. The staff are there lying. When you came, you said that I will take you to the e-library. I called the staff. The staff was stranded. He said he's sick. It's me, the librarian, that will take you, because you say you want to capture it. So that's one of the things. If you say there is subscription, activities are going on, students would like to go there.
Yes.
So what to use?
Because currently now some students are about to graduate and they have a lot of research to do.
Yes.
And now the e-library is not functioning. I think is good.
That is why you see the turnout here. The turnout is poor. During orientation, I do go preach. The students should come and utilize. We have so many books, but you see, students nowadays they are not after conventional books.
Yeah.
What they are after, you see, the students now. I'm sorry to you, the students nowadays are lazy. They prefer they Google, they get information and so on. While you see, and there is a law by government that we have third form, the assist tertiary institutions. Every year they give education, millions of naira, but they say we should buy, let's say 50 million is given, we should use 30 million in buying books, then remaining 20 in other facilities. This equipment you are seeing here, all they are being supplied by third form. But if you go down there, our technical session where we process books, you see plenty of books. But they say, books are more important than all this because, breakdown, lack of light and whatever, they don't encourage, much on internet facilities. But students nowadays, they prefer internet facilities. You see, that is the problem we're having. And government, we try to convince, we Liberians, we try to convince government that they should put emphasis because we are now in the era of, computer era. That, instead of saying books will be 70% in supply, let computers and other internet services be 70%, then books 30%. They said no. So we have the facilities, but they're not functional very well.
Yes. For example,
yes.
Most of them, like during coronavirus, most of those things, they use e-library.
Yes.
And now the school is stranded and students are even complaining.
Exactly.
So
even the visual learning now, radio and so on. Instead of going to the class this COVID, the information can be passed through radios and so on. It's very important, but I don't know why government is not putting was serious to it. But just last week, this library we are connected with Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So that when wireless. So no light, even if there is, but no light. That's another issue. Another challenges. No light. But once it's linked up, maybe we'll be able to get students. Even if not for reading sake, they can come and get free data to use.
That means currently now, if any student comes to this library that want to read, he can access wireless.
Wireless. Yes, wireless. Last week it has been installed.
Okay.
But the only issue we are having now is lack of light. But we are lucky we have wireless now.
Okay.
You can even pass the information to other students. Let them come now.
There's light.
Once there is light, we have internet services now free.
Okay, sir. This last question I have here for you is: how can you advise the management to provide a functional e-library to the institution for use of both staff and academics?
I have been doing that since I came on board. That has been my prayer. But you see, the issue, the handicap, the issue or the problem we are encountering, you see, this is a state college. And a state college, we are governed by the state government. And I know you're a student, you don't know the politics that is involved. Before the advent of this administration, that is the present government.
Yes.
One student pay their school fees. All the monies generated was meant for the college. What the state government does is to pay staff salaries only. But whatever money generated as a result of school fees, ID card you pay, whatever ICT facilities was meant for the college to utilize. But with the advent of this government, they said all money now generated will now be taken to state government. Single treasury, every institution now, we don't have power. That is why we get money from the state to run. Currently, I'm telling you, the college is now zero level when it comes to money because we have not received power from the state government for the past, since the advent of this COVID-19. So where do we subscribe to internet? We can't. And the college management has been writing for money to be released. Money, is everything. I have been during management meeting. I'm a member of management. I used to advise why we are not getting students to come and use the library is because we don't have internet services in the library. But with this now, I'm giving you assurance, maybe from next week, management is working hard to get diesel. We have our own generator, so that maybe even for some hours we can put diesel so that we have light. Even if NEPA is not there in place, we can now use so that to attract students to come. Okay. Yes, so that is the only thing that I think will help both the staff and the students. But some students that are serious, even without the internet, they come to read. You see, in learning, the essence of having library, is to assist the college community in teaching and learning. A good student, when he is taught in the class, he is advised to come to the library. It is an independent area whereby you can come and read quietly. Nobody will disturb you. It's not what you get in the lecture hall that matters. Come, we have books that can assist. You can read ahead. If you want to get A student that wants to get A, he wants to get better results, doesn't depend on what the lecturer says. They come, when you go up now, you see students, hiding themselves. These are white students. We have books. We have plenty of books. Aside from the what you are asking for. And then I will take you round to the e-library for you to see as you say you want to capture it.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much.
My name is Amaka Patrick. I'm from Computer Science HND2. Well, should I say, ever since I came to this school, during my ND time, we do go for practicals. But throughout the HND programs, we heard about practicals, but we've not been to the lab for ICT practicals.
Have you ever had access to the internet of the school?
Not at all. Not like other schools that they provide internet for students. You can be able to browse in. But this school, there's nothing like internet. Internet is nowhere to go.
Thank you so much.
I am Siaku Dahiru, the head department of computer science, Nuba Malik Polytechnic Zaria.
But we know what the course computer science is all about.
Well, computer, as the definition implies, it has 1001 different definitions.
Okay.
If you add the science to it, the definition will change.
Okay.
Well, computer science as a course is a profession that is being run by Nigerian tertiary institutions to get students acquainted with information and communication technology tools. And today, the world we live in a global village where information and communication technology has taken over the whole society. So computer science is a broad course that deals with the technology of the day. ICT is a definition that is being used nowadays to define computer itself and its applications. When you say ICT, we are talking of how best can someone apply the computer tools to perform tasks. And I think that is there is not much different. When you say ICT and you say computer, you are almost saying the same thing today. It's the application of the computer tools to perform tasks. Then we now say somebody is good in ICT.
What relationship does the Department of Computer Science have with the ICT units in the institution?
Computer science and ICT units, they are all units in the institutions. Most of the staff in the ICT units have been drawn from computer science department. 75% of the staff that are in the ICT unit are staff of computer science department. we gave them the staff to be able to manage the ICT tools that are mounted there. So the relationship is a cordial one. If there is anything that is confusing them there, they will fall back to us. We'll put them in order. We'll tell them how best they will use those tools to achieve what the unit is established for.
Do you have any word of advice either for the institution management or the state government?
Well, yes. Our advice is nothing more than to provide funds so that we put our things in order so that our students will continue to get the best out of the ICT facilities that the institution is having on ground, so that anywhere they will go, at least they will know that they are from Bamali Polytechnic. Our major challenges today are funds. We need to provide the student with efficient practical courses so that they will get what they want, what is obtainable in other parts of the world. Yes.
Well, thank you very much for your word of expression as we heard from you. Yes, really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Largely in the world today, the Nigerian ICT has broadly contributed to the growth of private government organizations, most especially educational systems. Bamali Polytechnic has helped in the operation of school activities, such as saving of student data, provision of admission, checking and correction of errors, provision of school identity card, assessing of examination card, and rectification of many issues via ICT. But in some aspects, the ICT operational system in the school has failed its students in the area of internet connection, lack of wireless connection for easy browsing, inadequate storage for student data, which at the end stand as barriers to students for achieving their academic satisfaction.